Hi everyone, my name is Evelina. I'm a pro makeup artist based in DC, and it's currently the most exciting time of the year. The Sephora savings event started today, and I already posted a few recommendation videos on my TikTok and my Instagram channels, but I wanted to give you a longer version of how all the products perform. You can save up to 20% of all of my favorites and all of your favorites. And if you want to see more of these videos, make sure you subscribe, like, share. Thank you so much for your support. Let's get into it. So the first product that I always begin with is sunscreen, and these three are so good to prep your skin for makeup in the morning. I start by applying Dr. Idris Major Fade Hyper Serum. This gives you amazing glow. It's unreal, but also over time it's gonna remove hyperpigmentation and dark spots on the skin. This is my second bottle now. I love this. I love how it makes my skin feels, how it looks. I totally forgot that I had concealer on this blemish and I applied serum over it, so it's fine. Eye cream. I can recommend you a lot of eye creams. I also like the Sunday Riley eye cream, but nothing beats Kiehl's the Avocado treatment. This is hydrating, and I use it in my kit a lot. It's so hydrating. It looks great under makeup. It's gonna plump up your under eye. It's not crazy expensive. It's so effective. And last but not least, actually this is the most important step, SPF. And I have a lot of favorite SPFs, but this is my number one, Laneige Hydro UV SPF. It's a moisturizer and SPF all in one. And I'm not applying much because I had a little bit under from this morning. This product was discontinued for some time and my mom loves it so much, just like me. So we were going crazy. I get tons of compliments about how shiny and how healthy my skin looks when I use this. I received tons of compliments as well on my brows, and this is the duo I've been using for years. It's from Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. Honestly, there's so many pencils on the market right now, but what I like about this is how thin it is. It's not too thin actually. It's the perfect thickness, and I love the color. I use shade 2.5. It's not too dark. I feel like the rest of the eyebrow pencils can be too dark. Even the taupey shades, they lean a little too gray. They're too pigmented and they give me a super bold brow. And I prefer a natural brow. So this is the perfect pencil to get the most natural brow. You see, it's the perfect color. When you think of the eyebrow pencil, you have to pick the shade. Think about your roots, your hair roots. So it has to be the same color of your hair or slightly lighter, otherwise you're gonna look too harsh. You're gonna look matte. I'm gonna show you two brow gels. The Benefit 24 Hour has been my favorite for such a long time. It's not crunchy. It sets your brows without being too harsh, but lately I've been using the Rare Beauty one. This is a bit stronger than the Benefit one. I'm gonna use it now. I noticed that my brows don't move and it gives you this super nice separation. I'm not very big on primers and I feel like they stay in between the skincare and the foundation, and sometimes my foundation doesn't look as nice because of the primer, but this one is an exception. The Tarte Timeless Poreless Primer. I'm gonna include everything down in the caption so you can actually shop it, see the full name and description. This is a paste. Not many people talk about this. This is so thick. So I spread it between my fingers first and then I use it to fill in my pores. And because it's thicker, it's really gonna flatten this area. Also my fine lines. So it's gonna fill in any pore you have on your face and your fine lines, and you're not gonna get as oily. So such a great product. These are my most used foundations and I love them for different reasons. The Makeup by Mario SurrealSkin Foundation Natural Finish. This is the newer one. So this is better if you have oily skin. If you like a lightweight foundation that gives you this really even coverage. I would describe the coverage as medium. It's not the most buildable foundation, but I really like it because it's thin. So even if you have very dry skin, you can still and use this. You can still use it. The Dior stick foundation I love because it's also blurring. I don't like that it's scented, but a lot of people don't mind it. Oh, okay. I didn't know it was refillable. The Dior foundation I like specifically when I mix it with a serum because it gives you this second skin finish and it's almost undetectable on the skin. But if you use it without mixing it with anything else, it just looks super smooth, super blurred. Overall favorite is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. This just makes your skin really beautiful, luminous. It gives you angelic finish, the perfect amount of coverage. I'm using shade Santa Fe, which may be a little bit dark for me right now, but it's what I have in hand. And I'm gonna apply it with the Makeup by Mario F4 brush. If you don't have this brush, you need it because it's dual-sided. It's really easy to apply all of your cream products. And you're gonna see this foundation just makes your skin really, really nice. I start by tapping it on my skin. You see, it instantly covered this blemish that I hate. I don't know why. I keep having breakouts in this area, specifically in this area. I also avoid applying my foundation under my eyes because I will be going there with concealer, so I don't want an extra layer of product. Regardless of the foundation, I always go over with a damp beauty blender and continue pushing the product into my skin. What this does, but you have to use it damp, no dry. The dry beauty blender will not do the trick. On clients I use disposable blenders, but still wet, always wet. What this does is it pushes the product into the skin, so it evens out the canvas and it removes the excess product. A lot of times we apply more product than we need to, and if you apply too much product in your skin, it's gonna look messy. It may look patchy or even heavy, but when you go over with a damp beauty blender, it gives you this super nice finish. It's a must-have. The best concealer in the entire world, the Hourglass Vanish concealer, will always be a must. A lot of people say they don't like it, and I always wonder, how can someone not like this? I'm a makeup artist. I've used this on hundreds, if not even thousands of people, and I always make it work. I always make it work. This is so special because it reflects the light and it's a thicker concealer, so you don't need to apply that much. I like to apply it where I see a little bit of darkness, redness, and pretty much the center of my face. BK Beauty A506 brush, and I just start stamping it, blending under my eye. Comment down below your favorite concealer. Let me know which concealer you like the best, but I tried other concealers and I always come back to this one because it's phenomenal. I use shade Silk, which is my favorite. Two favorite bronzing sculpting products by Makeup by Mario. I use the sculpting stick for special occasions, for nighttime, whenever I want more color payoff, and the skin enhancer is so magical because you can use this on bare face, on very light kind of like complexion products, on top of your already done base with powder and everything. This has a really nice emollient formula that doesn't disrupt the products underneath, so it's a great product to warm up your face. But today I'm gonna go with the Sculpt Stick in shade medium. I've gone through so many of these. I'm taking it with a brush though. I never apply directly on the face, not with this product specifically, and I apply it on the highest points of my cheekbone right here. If you apply it too low, it's gonna make your face look, it's gonna drag your face down. So I'm looking for a lift, and this also slims down my face. So right here is such a gorgeous product. It's not too wet, it's not slippery, it's not too matte, it's just the perfect formula. I also apply this in my crease, and whenever I don't wear eyeshadow, this will be my eyeshadow. It instantly just lifts the face. Do you see where I'm applying it? Right here, and extending toward my temple. Whatever I have left on the brush, I apply it on my forehead. If you apply your bronzer here, you also have to connect it to the rest of your face, otherwise it's gonna look unnatural. Also, the sides of the nose. I'm not big on nose contour, but just a little bit like this. For blush, I had to pick the Charlotte Tilbury, what is this? Unreal Blush Healthy Glow Stick. And I love the cherry glow because don't be afraid of red color. It looks like you are naturally flushed. This is a very beautiful formula because it's glowing formula. It's gonna make you glow, but it's blurring. I'm gonna show you. So because it's pigmented, I take it on a brush as well. And I apply it high on my cheekbone right here. So it's almost like a highlighter and a blush in one. And if it's too pigmented, just blend it with the blender. Connect it with the bronzer. I like the shade, what is it, Pillow Talk or Rosy Glow? Rosy Glow, which is a little bit more natural than this. But still, if you like a red blush, consider this such a beautiful formula, and the rest of the shades are beautiful too. I just realized that I missed a very important step to apply the NARS Soft Matte Concealer. This is such a great product. I use it on bare face over well hydrated skin and stretch it out, and it truly adheres to the skin. It doesn't need any powder to set it. You don't need powder to set this product. It's creaseless. It doesn't crease under my eyes. It's so packed with coverage, so it's great to apply it over pimples like this because it instantly erases the pimple. I love shade Crème Brûlée, also has pinky undertones, and a lot of times I would take this concealer and apply it right here after I apply my blush and bronzer, because a lot of times I would apply too much blush. So this will kind of like erase the blush from this area. If I apply blush right under my eye, I look bruised. I look like someone hit me in the face, and that's not a good look. So plus I like a very nice bright under eye. One of the most important products for me when I do my makeup is my powder. If my powder does not brighten and blur my pores, I would never recommend it. My two favorite powders at the moment, Pat McGrath. This is such a great, super finely milled powder. I love the shade Pink, and it's advertised as an under eye powder, but I use it all over my face. This is great for you if you have dry skin. Huda Beauty, I love the shade Cupcake, and I've been into the Duo powders lately. This is for you if you have oily skin, if you want this super ultra blur skin. I love a nicely blurred flawless skin, so I love applying my powder with a powder puff. This is super soft, and I just press it under my eyes. Do you see the instant blur? Like, it's a no joke, and this lasts. I hardly ever get oily, and I like when this area is flat. I don't like it being too oily. I'm sorry, if you have dry skin, you should go for the Pat McGrath powder. But if you have oily skin, Huda Beauty, it is. I want to apologize in advance because this is not sold at Sephora, but I cannot do my makeup without it at this point. This is Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow Duo. This is a cool tone contour and highlighter, and I just feel like it sculpts my face really, really well without being obvious. And I love applying it with a NARS brush right on top of where I apply the sculpting stick. This will set it in place, and it just really nicely sculpts. If you're not into warm bronzers, check this out. Such a stunning product. It gives you supermodel skin. And I also love applying it right under my chin. And it's really easy to blend. A lot of times with bronzers that are too pigmented, it can look patchy. It can. So we have to be careful. I still want my face to be a little bit warmer on the sides, and this is my favorite bronzer. This is the Gucci bronzing powder in shade 3. Shade 3 is very golden. I would say this is the best shade ever because it has a golden hue. It makes you look sun-kissed, and I don't know, there's something really special about this bronzer. I cannot finish my makeup without it, and I would apply the bronzer right on top of the contour. Do you see this color? Do you see the shade and what it does to my skin? If you're looking for a new blush, you should check out the YSL Make Me Blush blushes. This is my favorite formula of blush. All of the shades are stunning, and I just love this blush so much. But I also wanted to show you the NARS palette that I use all the time. This is such a stunning powder. It has a bronzer, it has highlighter, blush, and blush topper. And you can also use it on your eyes. In this case, I'm gonna use the blush topper and the blush. Actually, I'm gonna mix both, and I'm gonna apply it on top of my cheekbone. Pretty much on top of the bronzer. I like to melt all of these products with a denser brush that has no product on. I just basically blend the bronzer, the blush, and everything. I don't want any harsh lines, so this is a really good trick. And the highlighter is so silky. Like, look at this. It gives you glass skin. It's not glittery, it's just pure glow. I also like to apply this right under my brow because the light naturally hits me here, so it's a good idea to apply your highlighter here. After this makeup, I'm going to the mall to shop the Sephora sale myself, and I don't know, it's a girly day. I'm gonna get matcha or coffee and just go from store to store and see what's new. I don't need anything. I'm not gonna buy anything, but still, it's just so therapeutic. For eyeshadow, I'm gonna use the Hung Van Gogh Color Story eyeshadow palette. I filmed this palette when I went to shoot for Sephora in Los Angeles, and I really liked it because it has the perfect neutral shades. It has matte shades, but it also has shimmers, so you don't have to necessarily reach for another shimmer palette. It has it all. I'm gonna dip into this shade first. What's a Beauty R105. The formula of this eyeshadow is super creamy, like a very creamy eyeshadow, so it has a great staying power. And I'm gonna apply this shade into my crease. I'm gonna go for like a neutral soft glam eye. I always prime the brush with the eyeshadow on the back of my hands. This way you have more control over the application. Smoking out the outer corner, I also apply it right here for a little lift. You can use this palette for nighttime, for night out, but also for everyday because of the matte neutral shades. And now I'm using the darker shade in the palette with the same brush, same technique, but this time I'm applying it a little bit lower and starting to smoke out the eye. Right? Boom, boom, boom. I take a clean brush with no product on. This is What's a Beauty R102. And I just start blending the corners, the edges, to make everything super smooth, super seamless. Pro tip, I always apply a little bit of the bronzer I apply on my face. I also take this bronzer into my eyelids and connect it with the rest of my face. And now with a smaller brush, this is MAC 219, I'm grabbing the darkest shade in the palette. And I'm also gonna prime it on the back of my hands. This shade I'm gonna stamp into my lash line, but only at the outer corner for a little extra lift. If you don't like doing eyeliner, this is a helpful trick because once you apply the mascara, it's gonna look like you actually have an eyeliner. So just stamping it right here. Do not leave any space open between the lashes and the shade. And a little more advanced is if you want to take it a little bit higher into this V outer corner for a little smokiness. I also like to extend it. I do like a little wing. I like an almond shaped eye, so I will do that, but if that's not your thing, you don't have to. I'm also applying the shade into my lower lash line. It's the perfect smoky eye. And now for the shimmer, I'm gonna take it with my finger because that's how I like to apply my shimmer. This is not a glitter, so this will give you glow, like a glowy lid. Oh, I guess it has a little bit of shimmer. But look at how pretty this is. Like, how stunning. And if you want to reach that inner corner, I'm taking a flat Sephora 13 brush and I'm just gonna apply the same shimmery shade into my inner corner. If you love a good glitter moment, the Patrickta is simply the best. I love the shade In Your Dream, so I will take this and apply the glitter over my eyeshadow for this super scattering look. It gets me so many compliments. It's such a stunning shade, and they have other shades too. If you like more subtle glitter, Urban Decay Space Cowboy, this has been a cult favorite for so many years. It's also glittery, but in the best possible way. It just twinkles under certain lighting. People always tell me that they love my eyeliner, so I'm gonna do a little bit of a pencil liner today with the Makeup by Maria pencils. I love the shade Perfect Brown and Black. It has a brush on the other side, so it makes it really easy to smudge it. I apply it as closer as possible to my lashes and then extend for a little wing. I keep my eyes open and just go upwards in this motion, following my lower lash line. Imagine there's a line continuing from your lower lash line going up. I also love this palette because it has a light matte shade that I use to clean up any fallout right under my eye. This gives me this super extra sharp look. Eyelash curler from Shiseido. This is at Sephora, I believe, and it's the best lash curler. I've tried every other, and this one gives me such a nice curl that holds. The Dior mascara has won my heart. This is the best mascara. It gives me so much curl, so much volume. It's just so good. One coat and you'll be, wow, what is going on with my lashes? It's like a lash explosion. Look at this, the separation. And it's also super long lasting formula. It's not a tubing mascara, but wow, it holds. You can jump into a pool in the ocean and your mascara will not be destroyed. I have so many favorite lip products. I live for a good lip liner and lipstick, but I would say these are my most used ones. I like starting by lining my lips with the Rose Peptide lip liner. I like this because it's thicker, so it's really great at rounding your lips. Instantly makes your lips looking bigger, plumper. I love the shade Twist. I love applying this on top of my lip liner or right before my lip liner to kind of like round up this area. Two favorites, Makeup by Mario lip pencil in shade Almond. This is the perfect nude. Again, it comes with a brush on the other side, and Makeup Forever Whatever Walnut and Endless Cacao. These two I've been using since 2020, so it's what, 5 years now. These two lip liners is all I need. All I need. Makeup by Mario Almonds. It's such a great combo. Rode first and then Makeup by Mario in shade Almonds. And because it has a brush on the other side, it makes it really easy to kind of like smudge it and make it more wearable. YSL Candy Glaze in shade 44. I also like the oil and stick formula, but this is the perfect nude. People go crazy over this lipstick. Every time I apply it, people are like, what do you have on your lips? It's such a hydrating, high shine formula. No, this is the oil and stick actually, never mind. So this is a lip oil and stick formula. Lovely, lovely pink. I'm actually gonna give you a couple of options because I have a lot of favorite lipsticks. These from Sephora collection, the Lacquer Shine in shade 02. This is so high in shine. This is, to me, this is a dupe for the YSL. It's such a stunning shade too, like a light baby pink. I wish they had something more nude, like a beigey nude. And for a light baby pink nude, Pillow Talk Fair by Charlotte Tilbury is also a really nice lipstick. I get, again, a lot of compliments on it. I love a pinky nude. Like, stunning, isn't it? Wow. And for lip gloss, lip balms at the moment, favorites are Pat McGrath in shade Earth Angel. I have other shades too, but this is such a stunning gloss. It became viral yet again after the Victoria's Secret fashion show. Everyone was wearing it. I just love the formula. It's a thicker gloss, so it's long lasting. It's highly reflective. This is actually new. I received it in PR the other day and it smells so delicious. I cannot stop using it. I just pulled it out of my pocket. It smells unbelievable and it's so hydrating. I'm just gonna apply like 1,000 lip balms on my lips. But oh wow, if you are into lip balms, you need this. You're gonna regret it if you don't get it because of how good it smells. I believe I'm addicted. Another great one is Rode. My favorite lip peptide shade is, actually it's not a shade, it's a flavor because this is clear. It's the vanilla one. So hydrating, wow. And again, it smells really good. I have to say I prefer this one, but this one also smells unbelievable. And I apply it and a couple of hours later, I noticed my lips are still shiny. really shiny and they don't feel dry. The rolled glazing mist is such a great hydrating mist. Whenever you feel like your makeup is a little too powdery, you applied so many powders, so many things, so it feels dry, go over with this spray. Instantly hydrating. It's not gonna disrupt your makeup. Another great hydrating option is the One Size Powder Melt. I would say this is a little more hydrating, so this will give you a luminous skin. Till Down is my most used setting spray. This is the longest lasting setting spray. I use it on clients and on brides a lot. It really makes your makeup last. It locks it in. And this is a full face of my Sephora savings event recommendations. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share if you want to see more of these videos. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching.